Minasan konnichiwa, it's me, Shogo.
And Harumi.
Good evening from Japan, guys. Well, I have no clue why we always want to record these podcasts after midnight. It's 12:08 in the morning, basically, now, because it's the next day. Yeah, well, to be honest, it's because Harumi and I are always doing something before midnight, and usually we have a alarm on our smartphone saying that when it's midnight, it's about time we have to go to bed because we used to work till a lot later times, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's really been destroying our health,
Yeah,
obviously.
absolutely.
Yeah, and it's because, we have kids too. We have to wake up really early in the morning as well. So, yeah, especially since we are both past 30, we've been trying to focus a little more on our health.
Yeah.
So usually stop working around midnight and, shifted to getting ready to sleep and all that kind of stuff. But if we try to do that, we tend to have no time to do the podcast or recording the podcast. So it always ends up after midnight. So it's always the very tired version of Harumi and I. But I guess I personally think of it as a good way. We were both very relaxed and laid back, and we're honest, I guess, in a way. We're not trying to, we're speaking from our heart, if that makes sense. We don't have the energy to try to make ourselves look better and stuff like that. So it's a bit different from our other content where we're trying to make the videos and stuff like that look better.
Yeah.
But
Really
very
natural.
very relaxed version of Harumi and I. But recently, though, speaking of health, though, I have been we have a main topic, by the way, that I want to talk about at the end. Yes, and it's actually a story, I guess, or basically sharing with you guys one of the most important teachings that I've been taught through tea ceremony.
Ooh.
That I really feel, especially recently, what's been happening around me and in my life, I really feel that it's important that I have to personally keep that in mind too. Yeah.
Great.
But with that said, though, recently, yes, I've been feeling a little bit, I'm going to be really straightforward with you guys, especially in this podcast, but I've been really, really depressed a little bit, a bit mentally tired. Yeah. And where it comes from is what we talked about here in Shogo and Harumi's podcast. But again, as you guys probably noticed, I am absolutely a workaholic. Yeah. I just love working, and the reason is because everything that I do are, the things that I love, if I don't like it, I don't do it. That's Shogo, that's me. So I basically only do the stuff that I love. So me basically being, how should I say, not being able to work, being prevented from working basically means that I am being stopped from doing the things that I love. That's an equal thing there. Yeah. So yeah, if you hear Shogo's being, Shogo can't work right now, so that's the reason why he's just depressed. Sounds really weird, yeah. But it's the same as a young boy not being able to play his favorite sport or his favorite video game or stuff like that kind of thing. It's really, really similar. And the reason is because, as I've been explaining to you guys, we have these all these new projects that are going on, with the katana selling and the men's kimono and all that kind of stuff. Right now, in terms of our company, the phase that we're in is absolutely a phase where Harumi has to do a lot of work. Yeah, and especially because recently Harumi became a professional Japanese kimono instructor, kimono dressing instructor kind of thing. It's really hard to explain in English because, again, as I explained to you before, Harumi is not only an instructor of how to put it on, but it also an instructor of teaching someone to teach other people to put it on, and all that kind of stuff. It's really it's a little bit complicated, but anyways, so she recently passed that, and there's actually some video and photo shoots for her to be posted on the website of the other senseis, instructors who passed the exam, kind of like a interview too in the video, and also on that website there's kind of like a instructors introduction pages where all the instructors are on one page, kind of stuff. And she has to do that, and of course all the websites, not just the website where we're going to be selling the real katana, but we're also working on a website where we're going to be selling the training tools for Asayama Ichiden Ryu, which is the Kobudo Ryu I've been training in, and
it's taking forever.
Yeah, literally forever. It's been more than half a year now, actually, because I think the original date was last year, 2024. I think it was June when we said it's great if we can finish it. Yeah, so now it's March of 2025. So, yeah,
and it's actually almost finished.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
a couple of things we need to check.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's really similar with the website selling katanas too.
Yes.
Yeah, and the kimonos and our original kimono
Yeah.
are really on the right track right now. And also, yeah, there's video editing for Let's Ask Shogo too, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, which is also taking forever. Yeah, Harumi's probably been doing it for about a month now, almost. Almost this, maybe at the end of this week, it'll probably be about a month that she's been doing the video editing. Yeah, is the video where we introduce the men's kimono shops in Kyoto. Yeah,
3 shops.
Yeah, 3 shops, and we originally wanted to make one video where we introduce all 3 of them, and we are going to be making that too. But we ended up deciding to make separate videos as well. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically putting 3 shops into one video. Yes, each shop, editing a video for each shop is taking as much time as editing one video. So it's been taking forever for her, you know? Yeah.
I need 3 times 3 times procedure.
Yeah.
To make one video.
Exactly. 3 times more time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and my voice is very weird now. Yeah, I got something stuck in my throat, but
okay.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, because the men's kimono activity that I mentioned a little bit, I think last week, where I want people who are traveling in Kyoto to come to the activity and learn how to put on the kimono and how to handle it and all that kind of stuff. That we actually haven't properly. We did discuss a little bit with the men's kimono shop that we want to work with, but it's not like completely discussed or decided at all. Yeah. So in order for us to proceed with that too, we need to finish the video and report to the shop saying that we finished the video. Oh, and by the way, we discussed a little bit about this 2-hour activity, where I'm like kind of like teaching the travelers how to wear and take care of maintaining the men's kimono stuff. Do you think we can keep on talking a little bit about that kind of stuff? So I've been waiting for Harumi to do the video editing, and we're waiting for the websites and the websites related stuff. It's not only Harumi have to do stuff, but we have to work with other companies too, which also takes a lot of time. So anyways, with all of that said, recently, yes, about 70% of the time, I am the one looking after the kids. Yeah. So especially with Zen, because he's still at home, he doesn't go to kindergarten. So 24/7, he's at home. Yeah. So for the first time in my life after having kids, yes, I've been looking after the kids the longest. Basically, this long is the first time ever since we ever had kids, So about 7 years now? Yeah. Harumi, of course, has been working very hard looking after the kids for us. And I would usually, of course, focus more on working. Right? But recently, because I could, continue to focus on working, but if I do that, no new projects are going to be happening. Because all the other projects that we're trying to do right now all need Harumi's, techniques and skills to proceed in. Yeah. So we can't move forward without Harumi working. Yeah. So right now, 80%, 70% of the time Harumi is using for her work. So basically, Harumi and I, it's just one of each person working. Yes, we can't both be working at the same time because someone has to be looking after her son. Yeah. So 70% of the time now, I think I'm the one looking after our son, and that has been destroying me mentally. Yeah. Yeah, it was literally devastating. There was a couple of days I really there have been a lot of occasions when I was very mentally sick and depressed, having to fight through a lot of stuff in life, but yeah, this is probably going to be ranking in at least top 3.
Aww.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The feeling of being at home, yes, looking after Zen, and the feeling of not being able to do anything, yes, and the feeling of, the thought of my rivals, in terms of business, in terms of whatever I'm doing, them, doing more and more work and, posting more content and making, creating new projects, and I'm just sitting here doing nothing, and that's the thing, Harumi and I have always been talking about this too, because Harumi has experienced the same thing. And
I
I always
feel
used
you.
to tell, I always used to tell her that when Harumi said the same thing as I'm saying right now, that it's a really important job, of course, that she's been doing for us, protecting our kids' lives and looking after them. But I totally of course feel that way for myself too. I'm very proud that, and also happy that I get to be with my son when he's young. These days are never going to come back, right?
Yeah.
So at the same time, of course, I'm very happy and very grateful for the time that I have with him right now, and all that kind of stuff. But this is one of the reasons why a lot of mothers tend to get very mentally ill and sick after you're looking after their kids, especially if they had a lot of career in their work and stuff. Even though there's so much to do, and even though you're forced to work 24/7, especially looking after kids, you don't really feel like you're proceeding in anything. You don't feel like you're achieving anything. You don't feel like anything is moving forward. Basically, if nothing happens, that's the biggest success you get from raising kids.
Yes.
Nothing happens, then that's the A plus, basically. But nothing happens, so you don't really feel like you did anything, right?
Yeah.
So mentally, you feel like you just stayed at your house and you did nothing today, which is amazing. If nothing happened, if your kids are smiling, if they're healthy, then you did A plus 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 work as a parent. But as a businessman, a person who is working on his career or her career, it feels like you're doing basically nothing, and all of the people around you are moving forward and you're left behind. This was my first time experiencing this, and I've also told Harumi many times that I'm very sorry and thankful that she's been doing this for me on 7 times more of time than I have experienced in this. Because probably this is the only year that I'll be experiencing this on, compared to the 7 years in the past that Amy has been doing it for us. For both of us and the family. But I've been, this is a very different type of depression I've ever felt before. It's really interesting. I have felt some depression with human relationships, of course. Sometimes, way back in the past, it was due to haters in the comments and some people being very, very rude and also mean, nasty, sometimes very inappropriate language in the comments or in the DMs and stuff. And that actually got me sick a little bit in the very first years of me making content and all that kind of stuff, right? But this is my first time experiencing something like this, And especially because YouTube content creators, I think a lot of people are experiencing this too, but your videos really don't get as many views as you used to, especially now that COVID is over. And now with the shorter videos, with TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, becoming the mainstream. Like your longer videos, hardly no one watches them anymore. And I saw an analytics and it's saying that the average amount of people watching the full videos is actually about 1/10 now compared to mid-COVID, actually. So it's inevitable, to be honest. But as a feeling, it feels like you're really being left behind, and a lot of people are starting to forget about you and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really, really new experience for me. And right now, by the way, I can talk about this because I'm feeling a lot better recently. I basically put aside my feelings. I put my Zen mode on. Looking after Zen. I put my Zen mode on, and I kind of left behind my feelings of all this the pressure and my feeling of having to rush and all these kind of things. I kind of like switch it off at the moment. So I'm trying to survive, but I can
feel you so much.
Exactly. So it has to be like this for a while, at least until again next year, 2026, March, April, around there, when Zen finally starts going to kindergarten. Then Hanumi and I can work on basically all day, right? So they go to kindergarten around 9 o'clock or stuff like that, and then until till evening time when we go and pick them up, we have at least 7 hours of work basically every day on the weekdays. And our kids go to different they go to learn different stuff on the weekends too. So then they're gone on the weekends too, and then we actually get to work on the weekends, and maybe we might have 5-6 hours on the weekends too. So that's That's a lot of work time. Yeah. And if Harumi and I both can work at the same time, that's going to be a lot of stuff being done at the same time. But right now, basically, if you imagine like a car or anything, yes, only one side of the tire works. Yeah. When the left tire is working, the right tire has to rest. So it's kept there. And when the left is resting, then the right can only work. So if you can imagine like a car, it has two tires and only one tire can move, then you go to the left and right and you have to zigzag to move forward, right? That's what's happening to our company right now because it's only Harumi and I, right? And only one of us can work. Yeah, so the other person can't work at home. That's the thing. You would think that you'd be able to work at home, right? Yeah. Yet you look after one kid, be able to work. Just open up your computer. If you have kids, you probably understand, but it's impossible. It's impossible. You can't focus. They throw things at you. They step on you. They, climb you. They, punch your stuff. They break everything. 10 seconds you put your eyes away from them, they're eating something they shouldn't be, drawing on the floor, on the wall, spilling water, pooping their pants and all that kind of stuff and everything. Right. No, seriously. A lot of the stuff that we do, especially Hanimi and I, because we are business owners ourselves, we need to be the ones thinking of what we should do next, right? We need to bring new things up and all that kind of stuff, right? We need to think of the plans, prepare the tactics and all that kind of stuff. So we need a lot of concentration. Yeah. It's not just hi Shogo, get this done by 5 p.m. and it's over kind of thing, right? Yeah. I mean, that is, of course, we do that kind of work too. Video editing stuff, all that kind of stuff is repetitive work. But also at the same time, there's a lot of things we have to do where we have to create new things on our own. No one's going to be helping us. We have to create stuff from scratch. And we have, a baby, that's always, crawling, up on us, if that makes sense. Crawling up on us doesn't sound really correct, but, climbing you and all that kind of stuff. It really takes a lot of your concentration and your energy. Yeah. And you really can't get in the zone of your, of work, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, please let me know if you have similar experience. Yes. Because it's really something that I personally have never felt before. This level of stress. Yeah, I usually don't, but I've been yelling at my kids and all that kind of stuff. I've been acting like the person who I don't want to act like for a while now. So yeah, please let me know about your experiences and all that kind of stuff in the comments. Yeah, it'd be great if you could, if we can share our experiences and thoughts, and if we could help each other out, that'd be great. Yeah, especially our senpai parents. Yeah. Our senior parents, if you can let us know if you have any advice on how you went through all that kind of stuff. Or I'm pretty sure, at some point it's going to end, but we're right in the middle of it. We have more than a year until all this ends, And even after an year, it's not going to end completely.
No, of course.
They might get sick, they might stay at home, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be so many new things that it's going to be happening. But yeah, at the moment, that's what we're going through right now. Yeah.
What make you more depressed is what you want to be like your good father or good mother for them, and we really love them, and we want to play with them.
Yep.
But at the same time, we need to do this work because we need to maintain our living.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
This is both things is really important, but both I don't. Both is not working.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really like a double depression, double stress.
Yeah, exactly. You're not doing enough work, but you're not a good enough parent either. Yeah, because you have like this image inside your mind where you want to be like this kind of father, this kind of mother, but you're not doing that. Yeah, because sometimes you ignore your kids, when you're too tired or stuff like that.
When Hinata said, "Mommy, let's play Minecraft together," and I'm like, no, not now, sorry.
Yeah.
Always saying no.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't like I'm saying that. So.
Yeah, exactly. And what's really, really makes it worse is that when you don't go to work, for example, and you stay at home with at least with my experience, with my son, I'm at home the whole time, and then, I'm not getting much work done. And then throughout the whole day, there's no timing when I have my dopamine and my adrenaline coming out. And if I can go to like a share office that Jaime and I always go to work, if I go there for a couple of hours, then my brain, brings out all these hormones, with okay, let's do this, let's work, let's get this done. And it brings out the energy in me, right?
Yeah.
But without that, throughout the whole day with no instant of that, then at the end of the day, even though I haven't done anything in terms of work, yes, I feel like 10 times more tired for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of like you never turn your engine on, if that makes sense. And you never turn your engine on, so there is no energy born in the first place. So you're somehow very tired. And around, after we put our kids to sleep, and like, let's say that's 9 o'clock. And 9 o'clock to midnight is time when we can work, right? Because our kids are asleep. But even those 3 hours, those precious 3 hours, somehow I feel really, really tired and exhausted, and I can't get anything done. Yeah. So stuff like that happens. Like today too, I couldn't start working until 11 p.m. So I worked for only an hour. Yeah, I couldn't get anything done. Something like that happens. Yeah, and right now again, I turn my switch off, so I don't really feel that much stress anymore, because I'm like I like chant to myself like, this is gonna end. This is gonna end someday. Shogo, you can do this. You can do this, I just repeatedly tell myself that, But I think it's really important. We usually don't talk about these things anywhere else. I usually I really want to keep my content, whatever it is, even just like an Instagram story, I want to try to keep it as positive as possible, because that's the kind of person I want to be. But at the same time, we all have these kind of stuff inside our minds, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that I have here to talk about, and I'm really sorry if this sounds really negative or anything. Yeah, but I did want to share with you guys these kind of stories too. And I really want to, because it's really important, because I really want to connect with you all. With all the stuff that I'm going to be doing in the future. I really need all of your help, and I really need to, what should I say? Show my human side as well. If that makes sense. Yeah. And guys, I'm really, really sorry, but I explained at the beginning that the main topic of this podcast is going to be me sharing my experience with tea ceremony, but my throat is hurting like crazy. After I had food poisoning about a week and a half ago, my body probably weakened a little bit. And my stomach is still a little bit weird still, to be honest. But it was a terrible 2-3 days with fever and food poisoning. And after a while from there, my throat started to feel very bad. And this is the first time for me talking this long after my throat cold, probably. Yeah. So I have something stuck in my throat, and I'm not sure if I can finish talking about the thing that I want to talk about. So I think we'll do that in the next episode. Yeah. Harimi and I both are not doing so well with the throat. Especially Harimi has always not been doing so good recently. So
always coughing. Coughing podcast.
Yeah. But it's a really new experience that I want to share with you guys. We would definitely want to talk about this, especially now that this topic is really the top trend.
Hot topic.
Yes, hot topic among Harimi and Shogo. Just the two of us, but in our family.
We're really looking forward to like the next year, and when every 3 kids they go to kindergarten or school, and after that we can go to work for like 6 or 7 hours. Yeah, and after that we don't work at all to just take time to play with kids. Yeah. Communicate with them. With them, and we can separate the time. To concentrate both.
Yeah. So we don't have to drag work into family time.
Yeah, exactly. Really looking forward to that.
And we don't have to drag family time into work either.
Yeah.
So, that would be wonderful.
That would be so many dopamine and adrenaline.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain level, because we're business owners and we employ ourselves, so at a certain level they have to collide. Yeah, the two things are work and family. But it's gonna be a lot better though after they start going to school and kindergarten and all that kind of stuff. So we're really, really looking forward to it. Yes. All right, so guys, I'm so sorry that this podcast is really literally just me talking about how I've been doing recently, and this is going to be the end. But this is like totally nothing, not funny, not informative, or not educational, literally nothing. But if you're watching, not watching, but listening to this at the end, we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for always supporting us. Yeah, and please let us know how you are doing recently. Yeah, just nothing related to family stuff is fine too. It'd be great if you can let us know, or whenever you feel a lot of stress or feel a little bit depressed, like how do you overcome it? Yeah, like your method, yeah, to overcome it. It'd be great if you can share with us and with everyone listening to Anime and Shogo's podcast.
Yeah, and your experience.
Yeah, it'd be great if you could do that for us, guys. All right, then it's past 30 minutes for midnight in Japan time. It's absolutely about time we have to get some sleep. So guys, we'll talk with you in the next episode, probably next week, okay? All right, guys, bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.